going to do is we're going to nip back up the course. I think we've got a race on. There we go, excellent, we do. So 250 metres gone, this second semi-final, the Coxed Championship 4s, boys, lane 1 Oratory School, lane 2 Bedford School, lane 3 Radley College, lane 4 St Paul's School. Some of the boys maybe from the Queen Mother, the Queen Elizabeth Championship 8 winners yesterday, lane 5 Shiplake. But it looks like we've got St Paul's School going out strongly with Shiplake College, the gold and silver medalists yesterday from the Championship 8s. No surprise to anyone here in the commentary tower or probably out there on the lake that they will be leading this as we go through about 500 metres. Again, we've got the first 4 going through to the final this evening of the HEDSOR Cup, which will be at 7 o'clock, almost wrap-up time, so I think the fourth last race of the afternoon. St Paul's School half a length lead over Shiplake College, so those two look like they're going to have a bit of a ding-dong to see who's going to come out supreme in this semi-final. Just going past 750 metres, both looking very long, very comfortable, pretty happy with what they're doing. Shiplake College, Cox, just having a quick glance across, that's Jamie, having a glance across there at his compatriot Axel, brilliant name, in the St Paul's boat, just to check how they're doing. Find themselves slightly down, but you know, comfortably compared to everyone else. Hopefully his bow man is giving him a little bit of information about where the rest of the field is, as he can't see anyone else. I'm hoping he knows that he's out in front, or at least in second place. So coming up to halfway, we've got St Paul's School, who are rating comfortably, somewhere around the 31-32 mark. We do make some noise for these boys. They've been rowing very well all weekend, especially St Paul's, who've done very well. So I think they've eked out a lead. They're about a length and a quarter up, still at 32, very comfortable. And they've got about 3 lengths now over Shiplake College, who in turn have 3 lengths over Radley College. You can see they're doing that. Bedford School, having a look, checking them out. They're Cox. Chengdi just having a look across, looking at that bow of the Oratory boat, just pushing up a little bit. Very different composure to the St Paul's boys, who look like they're just out for a bit of a row, and the Shiplake boys, they're winding down. They're pretty happy they're going to get a shot at the final, so they're going to be conserving their energy for the final. So if we just pan back to where the race is for that 4th spot, so we've got St Paul's going through, Shiplake going through, Radley College look pretty secure as well, but what we really want to see is who's fighting it out for 4. So at last measurement, the last straight shot we've got across the course, so lane 7 and 8, as you saw, it's getting quite adjacent there. That might be interesting just to fight for those minor placings. Oratory might have to be careful not to get ignored by this race over here, as St Paul's School passed the commentary at about 21, just they probably won't even stop. I'll just row straight into the pontoon. Shiplake, I imagine, will be the same. Radley have decreased the rating a little bit. Bedford are feeling the pressure. They've obviously noticed they've got a bit of a competition coming from Oratory. I think they should be safe. They'll probably just raise the rating a little bit. Shiplake crossing the line in second. Radley College coming up to the line, and I think Bedford, that's going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4. St Paul's are already in the boathouse with their kit on by the looks of it.
Next race is now on the course. We're into the last few races of the day now, and some of the races should be very exciting indeed. The Championship Coxed 4s on the course, and you can see them coming up towards the 500-600 metres now. Bedford School in 1, Dulwich in 2, Shiplake College in 3, Winchester in 4, St Paul's School in 5. 6 is Eton College and Radley in lane 7. Should have Eton College B in lane 8 as well. And as the camera pans round, Shiplake have had a very good start and just got the lead, but it's pretty close between them and St Paul's. Winchester in the middle of the course in the bronze medal position, and then we're back to Eton and then Dulwich, Radley, Bedford School and Eton College B, and that's your order after 500 or 600 metres. But there's still a lot of this race left to go, and I would have to say that anything can change at this stage. Shiplake coming under pressure from St Paul's School. That was quite tight there between those two. I think there'll be a real battle for the gold down the course as they head into that second 500 down towards the 1,000 metre mark. St Paul's going nice and long. Coxed fours, slightly heavier boat than the Coxers fours. You need to make sure they're really long rhythm. And the rate about 34 for the St Paul's. And Shiplake, similar, 34. Not a lot between those two crews. I think that Winchester College in the middle of the course, still in the bronze medal position. Lots of GB junior trialists in this event. Across the whole spread of the crews here, we've got some potential GB athletes of the future, or certainly potentially this summer at the Junior Worlds and Coupe de la Jeunesse, and they'll be trying to get into those crews as the summer progresses. But at the moment it's still about the school races, national schools, and then the build up to Henley and Championship Coxed Fours. The final continues to intrigue because St Paul's and Shiplake are pretty much neck and neck. I think St Paul's have a slight lead. But there's not a lot in it. I would say half a length as the camera panned around there. And then there is a length clear water back to Winchester, who are sort of in a race of their own there. They've fallen back from the rest of the field a little bit, but well ahead of Eton College, who are in fourth. Maybe not quite three, 2.5 lengths clear water between Winchester and Eton in fourth. So the medals do look to be going to those three crews at the moment. There's some work to be done by the remainder of the field if they want to get into the medal positions and head across to the medal podium and collect something at the end of today's piece of work. It's going to be intriguing to see what happens over the final few hundred metres, because St Paul's and Shiplake were in a real fight there for the gold. Shiplake had the better start, and they were certainly ahead when we first had a look at them at about 600 metres in. St Paul's had a slightly better middle 1,000, got out to that half a length lead over Shiplake, and so it'll be all about the mental toughness as well as the physical tiring of the body. A lot of racing by these boys over not just a day but the 2 days of competition here in the eights. Yesterday many of these boys will have been competing. St Paul's of course going home with the gold in the Championship 8s, and can they add the Championship Coxed 4s to their collection? Shiplake in the bronze medal position yesterday in the Championship 8s, and currently in the silver medal position in this event, because St Paul's are starting to walk away from them as we head into the last 250 metres. They've now broken free, it's clear water, and then a length clear water back to Winchester, who are still a good 3 or 4 now lengths clear of Eton and Radley and Bedford. Radley just got ahead of Eton. Radley now in fourth, half a length up on Eton, then it's Bedford, and then we're back to the rest of the field. Let's have a look as these two crews come up towards the line and see what happens. I think St Paul's are going to maintain this lead. They look very comfortable indeed, a very powerful performance as they head up towards the line. Really strong rhythm and just raising it up as they take the finish line, and the hands will go up. They're very happy indeed with that. Shiplake in silver and Winchester in the bronze medal position.